So I have the honor tonight of introducing our keynote speaker for the term, Masrur Huq. He is the founder of Dynamic Real Estate, one of our project partners this term, as well as the co-founder of a number of successful businesses. He's also on our board, and he's been involved with GreenLight Solutions for multiple terms as a returning project partner. I really look forward to what he has to say. So everyone, please put your hands together for Masrur.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. And first of all, thank you guys. Thanks for the Greenlight team, the board, the founding members. I think it's been a huge change in my journey. And I credit you guys to that for building this, having this, and all of you guys that are involved that are putting this together. What I wanted to talk about was the chance of change. So sustainability has been a moving definition for me. When I first got involved in Greenlight, I really only thought about eco-friendly and kind of how it relates to the world. But in all fairness, let's define unsustainable for a second. And if we think about that, we don't ever want to be unsustainable in just our lives, in our work, personal, in eco-friendly or anything else, right? Unsustainable means that it's not going to last. And so that's kind of shifted my concept of what sustainability actually means. I really think about how sustainability is more closely related to our internal selves, our businesses, how we conduct our lives, how we conduct our work, and what we can produce and what actually can make a difference. And that is long-standing. I think it starts with us internally. I think we have a locus of control that we really need to kind of start from there and build from there. I know for me, it was a huge paradigm shift to kind of change my mental state to understand what kind of control that I really had. I know in college, they always talk about, having the ability to change the world, right? And when you get out into the world, we were just talking about this, it's not reality. You have to kind of go through all these different hoops and kind of deal with that in a different frame of mind from what you really thought you were walking into. But we really have to kind of go back to our roots and understand what our locus of control can really be, especially nowadays in 2022. We have the power to achieve so much more. And it's really the only limiting belief starts with us, right? If we really change how we perceive what we're in control of, we can really achieve that much more. I'll tell you, limiting belief wise, I have a fear of public speaking. So 100%. I mean, I share that with, I think, half the population of the world, right? But regardless, I wanted to be here. I told, Ashley had asked me if I wanted to be in virtual or being here in person. I'm like, no, I'll be here. So I have to force it, right? So even if we do have to force it, it starts with us internally. Once we can navigate ourselves to be the highest and best use of what we can achieve, then we can really start making a dent in the dreams and visions that we have. We can start to build better friend circles, better communities, better neighborhoods. And overall, we can start building a better world because it really does start with us. Once we can start going down that pathway, there's so many different, unrealized potential and rewards that we'll never understand how it came to be, but it started with us making those decisions. It started with the theory of the butterfly effect, right? If one flap of the wing can change the entire course of the universe, well, that also means that your activities, the hard work that you guys do on a regular basis, changes the pathway, and we won't know the benefits to those until you guys do your thing, right? You guys should be working on your genius and working on what makes you unique, because that is in reality what makes the world unique. And we don't understand the limitless potential that you guys can do. And with that said, that's the foundation that Greenlight has built. That's what we're working towards. That's what we're trying to do together as a team. And I really commend that journey, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. I know Ashley will say, as soon as I met Greenlight, I was involved and I really wanted to be a part of it. And I'm so glad that you guys are all part of it as well. So Thank you. Questions? Do I do questions? You said questions for 2 minutes. Cool. Anybody have any questions? All right. Virtual as well.
You will allow one virtual question and one question in person. So if there's anybody in the audience right now who has a question, feel free and raise your hand. Yeah.
I was trying to ask what has people on Zoom can hear. I wanted to ask what has been the most beneficial part of your partnership with GreenLight?
My mindset shift. Again, I originally thought sustainability was just eco-friendly, right? And that is definitely not the case. It has to deal with how we combat homelessness just as much as it does food waste. It has to deal with how we do waste management just as much as we do. You know, I'm in real estate, so dealing with real estate challenges and sustainability. So it really shifted my mentality on what sustainability can really mean. But all in all, it has to be longstanding and efficient. And that starts with us as well, because, you know, that's also a work-life balance in that regard. And all of those things have to be sustainable. There we go. Is there an online one?
I will actually ask you one myself. What part of your own personal life do you find the hardest to change to become more sustainable?
Mindset. You know, going back to thinking we can change the world and then getting drowned in reality is really, really difficult, because unfortunately, that's how society is on a normal basis. It takes dreamers, it takes, you know, risk takers, it takes people creating a new path that really makes a difference. And I think it's just in between our ears that makes that difference. It's really a mindset and a perspective shift, because once I was able to have that, literally the world is my oyster and we can do whatever we want together. Cool. Thanks.